What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the first video of a series that I'm going to be starting up, and it is a how-to in Ark Survival Ascended. So how to do pretty much anything. If there's something that you guys need to know how to do or wish you knew how to do better, leave a comment down in the comment sections and I'll try to make a video about that. But it's really going to be about anything taming, just things that make life easier, and what we're doing in today's video, which is going to get plant species X seeds. Now, I'm on my single player server right now, the one that I'm doing for my walkthrough series, so I'm not going to be gathering a lot or making a huge, big, defensive thing out of these plant species X turrets, but I'm just going to show you how to do it the basic, simple way, and you can pretty much take it from there and make as many, as little as you want, and make it as decked out as you want to. But without further ado, so we are currently right here on the map. The plant species X is going to be right up in this area. I believe it's like right up in here. Um, because this is the green obelisk. So if you're at the green obelisk, the easiest way to do it is to come over here to this little river that's right here. Follow it down this here little piece, and there's this giant rock, two rocks actually that stick out in this river, and you can just look back up through here, and that's where the plant species X is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little marker just down about right there, and accept that. Okay, I don't know why there's this here, but we'll do that. And now I can go back onto here, and we should be able to track it. Yeah, okay. I might make a video on how to do things like that, because making waypoints in Ark is a brand new feature. There's also some other things that you can now do in Ark that are new features, so I might make a video showing how to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and skip to the plant species X, and I'll see y'all when I get there. Okay, guys, so we're over here close to where they are. So the way I'm going to show you how to get here is line yourself up between the green obelisk and the beach, where this little river that I'm over, which is like a swampy area, turns into the beach. So if you're someone who is like playing on PvP servers and you want to get these as quick as possible, what I suggest doing is spawning down here in one of these south zones. One of the south zone easts over here, 1, 2, 3, whichever one's closer. I can't remember which one's closer. I think 3. But you can spawn over here, get you a parasaur, a trike, whatever. Run your way up over here, and then you can come up through here to where I'm at. So, cross over this way, because they're going to be on this side up here. They're up behind where I'm looking at right now. So they're going to be on this side. So go ahead and cross the river over here and walk back this way, and I'm going to show you where they're at from here. So they're going to be in between the beach and in between the green obelisk, and there's going to be some giant rocks right here. You see these giant rocks, they're literally going to be right at the base of these rocks. So come to these rocks, find your way over to these rocks, and then go down below these rocks. And then just start looking. I'm going to show you what they look like and how much you can get with with your hands or with a scythe, or whatever it's called in this game. I'm stuck between a Phiomia and a rock right now. But let me find a couple. They're pretty, yeah, here we go. They're pretty common. They're everywhere over in this area. You shouldn't have any trouble finding them. This is what a mature one looks like in the wild. And then this is what a mature one looks like over here. Is that a snake? That is a snake. So yeah, it's not the most safe place on the map. So if you come over here, I mean, be aware for sure. If you don't have something that can kill things like that, you're going to have to be on your lookout. But I'll show you what it looks like getting it with just my hands and with this. The sickle, that's what it's called. So you get it with the sickle. I got about 28 there. I think I have my settings on like 1.2, 1.25, maybe 1.5, somewhere in there. So not much over regular settings. If you're playing on a PvP that is boosted, you'll get way more than I'm getting right now. So you're going to get about 20 to 30 with a sickle, and with your hands, you get about the same. So there's not really a difference. Actually, I got 53 from that one. So I think the sickle does make you get a little more. As you can see, they look like this. They look like these little, plump shrubs. You just walk up to them, hit them. So you get a little more with the sickle, but not much more. So if you want to come over here before you have the sickle made, you're still going to get plenty. I mean, I just hit that a couple of times, and I already have over 100. So you can stay over here for 10 or 15 minutes with your hands or with a sickle and get well over 500 to 1,000, way more than you're ever going to need in one PvP thing, especially for one that wipes like once a month or once every 2 weeks, whatever it is that you're on. You'll get plenty. And you can come over here and get those early in the game. They're pretty close to the beach, like I said, but they are close to a swamp, so dangerous area. But early in the game, you can just run over here. If you die, who cares? Just respawn, run back over here, maybe put you a sleeping bag down or something on the beach, and you just come over here until you can get it and get out. But I'm going to head on back to base and I'll show you what to do to make these grow so that you can actually have the turrets. So they can only go in a large crop plot. So I got a large crop plot put down here. So what you're going to want to do is just get it, just double click on it, and it's going to put in one. It only takes one seed. I already got some poop in there for my Pteranodon. I don't have any fertilizer or a Phiomia to make a bunch of poop. This is my solo player server, so I'm not really worried about actually having these. You know, they're just kind of here. I'm just doing this for the video. So you're definitely going to want a lot more poop than this. They use poop to shoot, so like every time they shoot, the fertilizer is going to, like, the fertilization is going to drop down. So you need a lot of poop in here. Realistically, you need fertilizer, so you're going to need a compost bin to make fertilizer with poop and thatch. Put that in here. That's what you're realistically going to want to do. Put one of these down. I would recommend a metal one, not a stone one, but just for the purpose of this, I've got a stone one. They changed the way that these work, so I'm going to show it to you. Now, these and the electrical generator, they don't have the wires or the pipes anymore. They have a field, and anything within this field is going to get the boost that it needs. So any plants within this field right here are going to get watered. Anything that, if this was an electrical generator, anything that uses electricity within this field would get electricity without having to use like actual stuff, like pipes and wires and all that stuff. So that's a great change. Makes things a lot easier on you. You don't have to have a water tap on here. I put a water tap on here for myself so that I can actually, like, you know, get water and drink it when I need it. But you don't have to have a tap on there to work without it. I think, pretty sure it should work without the tap. It will work without the tap. I'm like 99% sure. I haven't tried it without the tap because I'm always using a tap to drink water, which you probably should be too. But if you're not, it should work without the tap. So you put these in here, and they're obviously, once you have water and you have fertilization, they're going to start growing. This is not a mature one. I'm going to cut to when they actually mature and show you what a mature one looks like. But once they're mature, they're ready to go. That's it. Literally just get them, put them in a large crop plot, poop, water, let them grow, and boom, they're ready to go. So any dino that came up here that was, you know, dangerous to me or to my dinos, or any person that came up here and got too close to it, it's going to immediately just start shooting them, and it's going to hurt. You have more than one of these. You have like 4 or 5 of these lining your base, and you can put them anywhere. You can get them to snap really well. So you can get it to snap where it's kind of like angled out of the base. You can get them to snap onto rocks and stuff, and they'll you can get them to where they have a lot of angles to shoot at people. These crop plots are really good at snapping onto things in Ark Survival Ascended. So very good for defense and PvP. Me and my friends use them, and if you're not using them, I recommend you do. Not hard to get at all, just a fairly dangerous location. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what they look like when they're ready to shoot, and then that'll be the end of the video. Okay guys, we're back. It's been about an hour and a half or so since I planted this. So that's probably about how long it's going to take to grow for you. I don't think I can boost plant speed growing, but if you can, if there is a setting for that, I haven't touched it. So it should just be like the base, however fast they grow. It took about an hour and a half for it to grow. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. As you can see, it grows up pretty tall, so you can just kind of put it wherever, and it's going to have a pretty direct line of sight to wherever you want to shoot. You know, behind my base, in front of my base, you know, wherever. But I'm going to show you a few of the little things you can do with it, and then just kind of show you what you can do, and then that'll be the end of it. So it's got a low, medium, and a high setting for its range. I have mine on low because I don't want to be drawing in any unnecessary creatures. I just want it on low for, like, if something comes close enough for me to shoot it, or for it to be hurting my dinos, it'll shoot it. But I don't want it drawing in a creature from way over there that wasn't going to come close enough to begin with. But you know, you can set that to whatever you want in your PvP servers and stuff. Then it's got who it'll target, so it can target anybody, you know, wild creatures, tame creatures, other people, or only survivors and tame creatures. So that's probably what most people use for PvP. That's what I use when I do PvP, because I don't want to be shooting wild stuff around my base. But I want to shoot, you know, obviously if somebody tries to raid me and they have tame dinos. That's what most people use. You can do only survivors too, but honestly, there's no point when you have this one. You can do only wild creatures if you just want to do that. Like if you just want to have it for like defense from wild stuff if you're in a dangerous area. You can do survivors and mounted creatures, so it's not going to shoot tame creatures unless the survivors own it, or only tame creatures, so it'll shoot all tame creatures, but not shoot survivors. But I would suggest doing survivors and tame creatures, this one right here. Either that one or all targets. Those are the main two that most people are going to use. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You can copy the setting options for some reason. I don't know. Demolish it, obviously. I can pick it up in this one. You probably can't pick it up in most of yours. You can rename the plant if you want to rename it, but I don't know why you would want to do that. You can put it to sleep. That is another important one. So if you don't want it to be doing anything, you can just put it to sleep. And as you can see, well, I thought it was going to say that it was asleep, but I don't see where it says it's asleep. But it is asleep. Does it look any different? No. So nobody's going to know if it's asleep, but it is asleep. Or you can wake it up. And obviously it's woken up there. And then deposit fertilizer. But main things are you can put it to sleep if you don't want it to shoot. You can change who it shoots, and you can change how far it shoots. So other than that, that's it. It is a growable defensive turret, which is actually really cool. So if you're playing PvP, these are a must-have for early PvP until you can get real turrets. But honestly, sometimes these work just as well as real turrets. They blind the enemy, they hurt them. So they're really good. If somebody is unaware that you have these, or they're unaware that these are in the game and they start getting shot by them, it's going to scare them pretty good, and they're not going to come back by your base for a while. So definitely go and get you some of these. I'll once again show you on the map where they're at, just in case you forgot or I didn't show it good enough. They're going to be right here in this area right here. So right around here. So green obelisk is here. I'll zoom out. Green obelisk is right here. You zoom in. It's in between 80 and 70 and 50 and 60. So extra at the bottom, my bad. 60 latitude, 76 longitude, or for the actual Plant Species X, they're going to be 54 latitude, 84 longitude, somewhere in that area. So go pick you up some of these. Hope this video was helpful, and leave a comment below if there's anything else you would like to know or need help with, and I'll see you guys in the next video.